Hi everyone, this is Kunal from Loop 91. Today we are going to talk about a small issue that many developers in ServiceNow face, especially in Flow Designer, is one particular action that is get catalog variables. Uh, this issue comes when I just give you a demo for this. So this is the record producer, which when submitted would create a record in this table. Now, there are four variables, three of them single line text, and fourth would be the email body that is multi-line text. Now, I have configured this subject body and email body to link to respective subject, that is subject and body. But what I have not done is that I have not mapped is it urgent and email address to any field on the record. Now, during flow, if you want to access those values, the first response would be maybe we can use get catalog variable action on this. And on the face of it, it would work. But let us try how it works, right? So I will say, is it urgent? No. This at that.com. Subject, this should not be empty. And this should be in two lines. And submit it. That should create a new record here. And if you see body and subject was filled, but email was empty because we did not map that to a field. Now let us run the flow tested on this particular record. We choose the most recent record and run test. And if you were to open the context record, what you will see that variables name, email body, is it urgent, subject, and email address are empty. And if I were to open the logs, it will say missing catalog variable, body, subject, email address, and is it urgent. Why does this happen? It happens because ServiceNow designed this particular action for task table and table that extend from task. So any text variable will not come out as value. So you won't be able to pull the values from it. But at the same time, it does record values, not like the record is not created. So if I were to copy the society from this record and go to question answer table and just put in this reference, you will see that all the values are present here. For example, is it urgent? No. Email address this at that.com. These two are already present, so we can ignore these. Now the question is, how would I use this value within Flow Designer? So what I propose is that we would create a new action, a custom action. We will call it cat variable value for from QA table. We will create some inputs, and that would be record, get label, record sys ID, record sys ID. It will be string. It should be mandatory, obviously. And we also need the name of the variable. We'll keep it variable, which is fine for us. And we also would make that as mandatory. Good. Now we need to go and open that record, and we'll use lookup record. And we already know the table name, that is question underscore answer. We will choose table sysID to the sysID record that we get, and we will then go to question table and select name is the variable. Now once we have this, it should then we'll simply set the output, and the output would be value, and it will be string. Okay, and when we click on this again, it will allow us to set the value. Because we already have this here, we can simply drag the value here and save. We will quickly test this by checking this value. Okay, so we know that email address uh, and this. Okay, so this is a table society that we need to check, and the email is email underscore address. The moment we run test, and it should give you the output as this at that.com. Okay, so that works. So what we will do is we will quickly publish this, go out here, and we will add another action. If you remember, we named it get variable from QA table, and the record this ID would be the record that triggered this. So we will, and what we need is email address done. We will test it again with the most recent record that we had. Run test. We'll go to the execution context and we'll expand it, and we have the value. Now this value can be used any way you want within the flow. That's it. Uh, if you like the video and if you find this helpful, please subscribe or like the video. Thank you. Bye bye.